It is, once again, a big race coming up for the Enduros. We still have a lot of action coming your way. The import car demolition and the domestic car demolition. This is a 50-lap survival of the fittest, Chuck.
Yeah, 1,000 to win. We're getting the indication to go in just a moment. If you're able, please stand, get all crazy, and do a countdown, Mike. Let's go racing, boys.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go racing. Three and 4 and 5 wide as they make their way down the front straightaway at Langley Speedway for this 50-lap Enduro, and a spin in between 1 and 2. One of them has hit the barrel already. Nobody knocked down the barrel in turn 1. 4 wide on the back straightaway. '72 Mike and O crosses the start-finish line first. Got one down in the ditch between 3 and 4. A couple of cars not up to speed. One smoker on the back straightaway, making it difficult for the drivers coming down the back straightaway to even see. And still, the barrel is hanging tough in turn 1. The one that's got the dummy inside, and the trash can gets hit on the front straightaway. Got a couple of smokers have definitely caused some problems. Everybody's coming to a stop for some reason over there in turn 2, but everybody knows the green flag and the green light still out. Hey, this is crazy. Hard to keep up with, ain't it? 72 is the leader. There's Danny Harrell, the 95. He slides it between 1 and 2. Down the front straightaway, lots of cars headed towards turn 1. Nobody's got the dummy yet. He's still in the barrel. 38 barely misses it. Trash can has been demolished. We've got trash all over the front straightaway and in between 1 and 2 where they've dragged it down. Kind of hard for a lot of these drivers to see. Mike and O shown as the leader. Other than that, it's hard to tell. We do have scores that are keeping track of the automobiles, and from time to time they'll put that up on the scoreboard. But it's not really who's in first, it's who's wrecking, like the 22 between turns 1 and 2. Bill Aker, he goes down backwards into the ditch between 1 and 2. $1,000 to win it. B&I, Day of Destruction at the races, 35 with one of the barrels hung underneath the automobile. And the barrel still remains in turn 1. Right into the barrel! I knew somebody was going to do that. Wow. Red flag is going to come out. We got drivers that need to get out of the automobiles. So the red flag comes out. Everybody needs to come to a stop. And we got a lot of cars that are gaining ground here as they all finally come to a stop. Except for the one that's going in between 3 and 4 as we speak. And they'll have to back that one up unless there's no brakes on the automobile. I think that is the 8 that did not stop. Josh Marty in the 8 car.
All right, we can count them down, guys. Count them down. Heads up.
All right, here we go. Once again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to racing for the Enduro. Danny Harrell gets off to a good start in that 95. Going down in the water between turns 1 and 2. Pieces of automobile all over the racetrack, along with bumpers hanging off some of the cars. Got a couple of cars with flat tires trying to make it around and last as long as they can. 72, 48, 13, and the 18 are your top drivers. That includes Mike Cano in the 72. Scott Wiggins driving the 48. He's shown in second spot. Derek Bogus in the 18 and fourth. And Larry Drummerhausen in car 13 in the top three. Spin and a couple of cars getting together over here between 3 and 4. Barrel slams up against the wall on the front straightaway. Sideways, the 000 tries to hang on to it. Goes left and right with that big old station wagon. And there's Crazy Ralph in the 54. Now one in turn 4 that's come to a stop. Still trying to get it refired. Not waving his hand. So we're still under green flag conditions. With that, car's in a tough spot. .48 almost loses it between turns 1 and 2. Scott Wiggins, and a crash right here on the front straightaway by the 8 car. A lot of action right here on the front straightaway, 3 and 4 wide. Josh Marty in the 8 car gets it back underway, and he's still in the race after slamming the inside retaining wall and a bunch of tires. .000 doing all he can to hang on to that machine. Don Masingo, the 000 car. 14, almost losing it between 1 and 2 as the number 46 is going to spin around here on the front straightaway. Tony Spivey in the 46. Oh, big crash! Danny Harrell gets spun around on the front straightaway, slams the wall backwards. Bill Aker trying to rip the back bumper off his automobile. Danny Harrell, he's still going in the 95. The other car that got into him spins out at the exit of turn number 2, makes some contact with the 6 car. A little bit of damage on the side of that 6 from earlier contact of Terry Murray. Some of these cars choosing to do the wise thing and just stay out of trouble. It ain't easy though. 62 was sideways that time between 1 and 2. CJ Clare behind the wheel of the 62. Got one waving. Red flag will come out. Everybody needs to come to a stop. Everybody must come to a stop. 18 is not stopping. Now they get him to the brakes. Bill Aker, he comes into the pits. And there is the 8. I don't think there's brakes on the 8 car. I don't think the brakes are working too good on the 8. Got a note here that says, can you welcome my daddy home from being deployed for a year? Yes, we will welcome your daddy home for being deployed. And we appreciate all the armed services and military personnel and all you do.
Heads up, count them down.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to racing at Langley Speedway for 50 laps for the Enduro, 16 laps into it. 72, Mike Cano continues to lead. He's staying out of trouble. Got a lot of cars down here between 1 and 2. The 11 sideways, hanging on to it. With a hit by the 15 of Dale Perro, who spins around between turns 1 and 2. Down on the bottom of the racetrack. Got into Chris Roberts, number 11. 7 around and into the wall with a Potch Towing logo on the front. And one car comes to a stop to avoid a big wreck, the 29. Dave Weddington, the 7, gets it turned back around and underway. Crazy Ralph, his cars come to a stop over there at 3 and 4. All the cars dodging him. Up against the wall, number 46. Tony Spivey gets going again. We've got one on the back straightaway, 38 down into the grass. Rodney Davis. Danny Harrell, he's hanging tough in the 95. Mike Gano continues to lead in car 72. It's lap 19 out of 50. There he goes across the start-finish line, the leader of the race, and some heavy traffic just ahead of the 72 of Mike Gano. Sideways on the back straightaway, the 000. Trying to maintain control of his automobile, going left, going right. Hard to hang on to that big old station wagon once it gets loose. And again, that 000 spins her around between turns 1 and 2, keeps it off the 71. Chris Hildebrand's machine. Lap number 20, we've got 30 laps to go. Mike Gano now puts number 21 up in lights. They're going to the outside now of the 71 of Chris Hildebrand. The other big station wagon, the number 14, making his way now between turns 3 and 4. Steve Durbin in the 14 of that other station wagon. That 00 maintains a fast speed. Sean Jarvis in the 00, showing the 13 as the leader is the 46 again. Tony Spivey goes up, comes to a stop between turns 1 and 2. So 13 is now shown as the leader of the race. Larry Dromerhausen has gotten by Mike Gano 72. Mike Gano, his car slowing up quite a bit. Danny Harrell now making a move. The 11 just ahead too. Chris Robertson, the 11, to the inside of Danny Harrell as they make their way between turns 1 and 2. And little contact. Chris shoves the 95 up almost into the wall and into a barrel. A lot of debris on the racetrack and a lot of cars out. The 15, Dale Perro's come to a stop down at the inside of the racetrack. We're halfway through the race, lap 25. There's your leader across the start-finish line on lap 26. And not that far behind, Mike Gano in the 72 in second spot. Danny Harrell, he's been picked on a lot today in that 95. And the 15 got a fire underneath the 15. So Dale Perro, he was trying to get it refired, but looks like the 15 is caught on fire. We'll need a extinguisher here on the front straightaway. They'll get that put out and get Dale Perro out of the automobile.
Track clear, count them down.
All right, here we go. Let's count them down again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to racing. Green flag is out. Lap 27 at Langley Speedway for the Enduros on the Day of Destruction, presented by B&I. Lap 28 as the 13 crosses the start-finish line. Mike Cano, he's still racing, but falling back in the 72. 48 also doing a great job again today, Scott Wiggins. It's been a lot of different races today. At the 14, once again, another station wagon. Here's the 11 coming to a stop. The wheel all the way off the, well, the tire all the way off the wheel on the right side of the 11 on the front. He will try and get into the pits, possibly, maybe not. Looks like he's just going to run on the rim. Running on a rim. That wheel is about to break too on the 11. Chris Robertson, the 11, once again running on a rim. We're hoping that the wheel does not come off that 11. He's still running though, going pretty fast to have no right front tire. And loops it out of 4. He's going to spin around, and his car gets into the 15 of Dale Perro's. Has come to a stop and is out of this event. The 11 looking for a spot to pull back out right in front of traffic. Oh, and gets slammed into by the 62. CJ Clare made some damage on his automobile when he got into him as the red flag is out. Got one down there at the entrance to pit road. They're checking to make sure that they can get that driver out.
All right, track's clear, count them down.
All right, here we go once again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to racing. 19 laps to go for this 50-lap Enduro where anything goes. Tony Spivey making his way down, gets to the outside of the 000 car between turns 1 and 2. And 3 wide on the back straightaway. That 11 still hanging tough with that right front flat tire. The entire rubber is coming off the wheel. He's just on a rim on the right side. Got a tire rub here on the 791. Brad Falk in the 791. A lot of smoke off his automobile. Got one on the back straightaway. They got a little skirmish going on in the infield area. On the back straightaway, about halfway down into the grass. One driver has climbed from his automobile. And red flag. And a fight, it looks like, on the back straightaway. Couple of guys getting together. And looks like a bunch of the crew members are jumping in there and keeping those guys apart, so that's good. They were racing off the racetrack, doing a little agricultural racing on the back straightaway and taking each other out. They'll get security to take care of that, and we're good to go. Temper's getting hot. 33 laps into a 50-lap event. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to racing. I want want to see the two station wagons start racing each other, the 14 and the 000. They're separated by about a half racetrack, though, so it's going to be a while before they catch up to each other. 00 doing a great job again, Sean Jarvis. Closing in on the 72, Mike and O. CJ clear up there in the 62. There's the 95 right behind the 000. It's Danny Harrell. Danny's won a lot of these Enduro races in the past. One car coming to a stop over there at the bottom of turn number 4, and they have not waved their arm out of the automobile yet. Windshield wipers still working on the thing. But in a very tricky spot over there in turn 4. So a lot of obstacles for these drivers to dodge. You see them going to the outside of that 71. That's a good place to be, a safe spot. Mark Arnold in the 29 doing that every time just about that he goes between turns 1 and 2. The 95, Danny Harrell, he stays to the inside. And he is now shown as the leader over Larry Drummerhausen's 13, who's getting a little wiggly there on the back straightaway. But now challenging once again for the lead on Danny Harrell's 95. They come up to the inside of that 000. He shoves them down a little bit on the 55 of Jesse Jones. Battle for the lead on the back straightaway once again between the 95 and the 13 with 38 laps completed. Danny Harrell, his little car, closes up and spins out the 000 in between 3 and 4. And the 55 gets tagged by the 000. The 13, his progress slowed up by that 000 machine of Don Masingo. Jesse Jones gets around a couple of cars, goes back out. 46, Tony Spivey. So quite a lead now for the 95 of Danny Harrell. There's the 18. And the 18 moving up. Derek Bogus in the 18. Larry Drummerhausen falling back now. He led quite a few laps. 791, his car is sputtering here on the front straightaway. And that is Brad Falk. .46, Tony Spivey. Can he maintain control? Nope, he loops it around. Hits one of the tires. He will try and get it turned around with no traffic coming. Slams the wall. Have to back her up a little bit. Tony Spivey back underway at 46. 14, a little loose there at the exit 4, but it hangs on to it. Doing a great job driving that station wagon, that Steve Durbin in the 14. '29 hangs on to it. 42 laps completed. We're waiting to see who they say is in the lead with the scoring. 3 wide on the front straightaway. 101 moving up. Mike Murray's in the 101. Crazy race. 43 laps completed. Mike and O led some laps. So did Larry Drummerhausen. Danny Harrell's 95. 18 is the leader. Derek Bogus, the 18, is the leader of the race. So the 18, Derek Bogus, will have to stay out of trouble for these final 5 laps. Five laps to go. Mike Murray's done a good job on that 101 today. So both the drivers of the station wagons, Don Masingo and the 14. Steve Durbin, by the way, started the race back in 34th and is up there in the top 10. And he comes out of turn number 4 sideways. The 18 makes it down the back straightaway with 3 laps to go the next time he crosses the start-finish line, unless somebody else takes him out. Three laps to go. Derek Bogus looking for a victory here in 2.5 laps. We've got some debris on the back straightaway, a couple of bumpers hanging out there. Hopefully the 18 won't hit that. One coming across the bottom of the ditch over here out of turn number 4. That's another one of those station wagons, the 62 of CJ Clare.
White flag to the 18 car in turn 2. White flag to the 18 car in turn 2.
There's the leader with a lot of traffic. Tony Spivey coming up trying to catch the 18 to possibly end his chances of a victory. Looking on the inside, will he spin him out? He's just going to make the pass. 1 lap to go for the 18 of Derek Bogus. Derek will have to stay out of trouble for this final lap. 48 is there on the outside. Scott Wiggins. Derek makes his way now between 3 and 4 to the checkered flag, and there's your winner, Derek Bogus. He's got the Romney Ryan sticker on the top, and he wins the race at Langley Speedway. So we know that's the winner, the 18. Unofficially, the scoring will be determined after they tally them all up over here in the Langley Speedway officials box, and we'll let you know exactly where your top favorite driver will finish in the top 5. But the 18 will pull it into victory lane.
Chuck, it'll be about 10 minutes, please.
Hey guys, don't let no cars out. Don't let no cars out till we determine who the top 3 are.
18 is going to do a burnout here on the front straightaway. And he's got the Romney Ryan sign on the top of the automobile. Derek Bogus in the 18. Smokes up the front straightaway with a celebration and a burnout of his own. Let's take you down trackside. Chuck Hall will make his way over eventually. I think he's going to wait for Derek, though.
And officially, unofficially, Mike?
Yes, unofficially, officially. He's the winner. We'll have the top 3 for you in just a minute.
Unofficial, Chuck, unofficial, 18.
Unofficial. Okay, we got it. They'll determine nothing yet. We'll hold on to those. We got scoring. We'll take care of that. But unofficially in the victory lane with a good run, the 18 car, Derek will get out here and talk about the sponsors. Derek, come on out here, man. 50 laps, good burnout at the end. How was that feeling, man? Congratulations. Wait, I can't even talk, man. That was a wild race.
That was a wild race, man. I tell you, I do the Enduros during the regular season here, but that's just crazy. But it was fun.
All right, so the water, the barrels, the cars on the track with the big speakers on them. I mean, that's wild stuff, isn't it?
That's wild stuff. It made for a definitely good show through my windshield. I got a few people to thank, too. My wife, good Lord for keeping me safe. Rick Hender's Collision Center. Mark Clare, Eco Home, Virginia. and Romney Ryan.
We have got, we'll get all the scoring done. Stand by for that, but congratulations unofficially for winning the 2012 B&I Day of Destruction 50-lap U-Car or Enduro race here at Langley Speedway. Stand by. We'll present some checks in a matter of moments. 13 car, let's go to your favorite song, where you're from, and what's your name?
Larry Drummerhausen, drive 13 in the Enduro, but of course I beat him in the Enduros this year, so I think I'll give him a win, you know.
All right, second place, $500, and a lot of fun out there, different kind of racing.
Oh yeah, totally different. I wish our monthly Enduro races was this fun. Let's throw some water on the track.
Well, we had some additional water out in turn 3 and 4, and did that play into it at all in your thinking about the race?
Not really. The water, you just take it easy. The water wasn't a real hassle. It was just the wrecked cars. Strategically place the wrecked cars, try to maneuver and try to figure out how you're going to get around them.
Well, are you entered into this, the Demolition Derby?
No, I'm going to save this for next year.
Eric, how about you? You going in there?
No, I think I'm a little old for that now. I finally reached that age limit. They say 41, you quit.
No, it's not true.
It's not true? All right, if they'll let me in the four bangers, I'm in.
It's 121. You might want to slow down. Hey, 00, tell everybody your name, where you're from.
Sean Jarvis, Chesapeake.
Now, Sean, this car doesn't look that bad. Looks like you could run another race. I don't know, the backside a little flipped in a little bit, but take us through that 50 laps for this 00 car finishing third and picking up $300.
Well, I got spun on the first lap, and I dropped all the way back, so I figured I better just stay out of trouble. So that was my strategy, stay out of trouble and just keep going.
A lot more obstacles on the track with the water and things of that nature. Does that really affect you, or you just drive through whatever you get?
Well, I did Enduros back in the early 90s here, and it was similar except for the water on the track. That was a whole nother challenge, sliding around and trying to dodge the cars. So, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for Don Masengo to hooking me up with this car and all the guys that worked on it. I appreciate it.
You're going to get into bull ring here and go demo race?
I don't think there's anything like that in this car.
Thank you, Sean. We appreciate our top 3.
Straightaway, 38 down into the grass.